Alright, I got some new filament from SUNLU. Use a lot of their stuff. This is supposed to be one of their new release colors. Transparent red. You can't really read that. I can't even see that, so why mess around with the box when we can just get in here and see it for real. So, there's something crammed in the bottom of the box, but probably just an ad for their other products. Yep. And recommended temperatures for other pipe product, but so transparent red, and they recommend. Wow, most filaments I find kind of give a real broad temperature range. This is actually very tight for what I see for most of them, 200 to 210. See a desiccant pack inside, nice tight seal, and be neat winding. So and they make it easy for you to get in. So I like that. I hear the sound of air rushing into the bag. Always a fun little sound. And I didn't tear it very well. Now we're in. So there's our this again. And they always put these on here. I never really use them, even with the drying box that I have. But oops, that was a little brittle out there, but work through there. Out here, it's maybe a little more brittle than I would like, but it's, you know, still pretty good. Just not as pliable, you know, thing bendy. It wants to go back to where it was. But yeah, I don't know if you can sort of see, but I've got the clear-ish kind of effect going. So I'm excited to see what this will do. So I am going to go start with my own temp tower and validate their temperature and check flow and see how it does retraction wise, and then get doing some things. So let me go do that and see how it works out. All right, so here is some stuff I printed with the SUNLU Clear Red. Pretty good temp tower, so pretty forgiving, I think, on that. I went with 200. Maybe a little warmer than I do for most PLAs, but just thought it looked best option there. I did a few flow calibrations and had a little bed issue there, but did decrease my flow a little bit just to get the wall thickness that I wanted and kind of get the look here. I think I need a new nozzle, so looks like a nozzle problem here with the little bit of banding going on there, but kind of a cool effect that you can pretty well almost see through it, bending, but certainly lets light through, which is really kind of cool. And then I did retraction testing, and my standard direct drive retraction 0.8 millimeters at 50 millimeters per second, I think did really well even on the torture test there. I did make an accidental goof up in some of my prints here where I switched the retraction settings to something else. So there's a little bit of hair happening here, and that was because I didn't use the proper settings I had intended for this filament. And I just don't feel like taking the time to go back and redo it. So actually printed well, so the errors here are just dumb user error. But so this one, I always do a cube here with a grid pattern in there just to sort of with two walls just to see what it looks like inside. And yeah, there's the hairs I was talking about. But pretty cool. And the same thing here, I do a grid two wall infill on a benchy just to see. So you get the effect here of seeing the clearness of that. So I think it's a pretty interesting filament. So that means I had to kind of go do a red rose with a little bit of clearness here. I think that can be fun. Glue it on a green stem and be good to go there. And then like to do little fidgety sort of things. And I think this highlights the color pretty well. And pretty well. And then a couple infinity cubes, which I'm still breaking this one in, but worked pretty well. This is actually 5 walls, so it doesn't give that kind of, see a little bit into the infill, but on certain sides here. But I think it's a fun, interesting color. So I'm gonna find, I'm sure, a few neat things to do with it. Some vases might be nice, but so I'll keep experimenting with it. But it worked really well, especially if you put the correct retraction settings in your slicer. Obviously, I didn't for some of these, but yeah, I think it's a cool looking filament. I'm happy with it. So hope that helps you out. Have a great day. Take care.